on EA Sports. On play action, it's Breeze. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time.
On the coverage.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Hauling in is Kittle. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st down, Breeze. That'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be incomplete. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Complete to
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown. And the AFC able to cut into the lead. Tucker now for the extra point.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down to 26. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Takes over 1st and 10. At at their own 8.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Looking deep for Julio. Almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
25-yard line.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. Getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. A first down carry by Elliott.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got this down to the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see that he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. On the ground, McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Darius Leonard. And this stout AFC defense able to come away with a goal line stand. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right?
He loses the football a 2nd time. And it looks like the NFC's going to have it, and they do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 4. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC able to capitalize on that fumble recovery and turn it into 6. And he knocks it through. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now left side on the swing pass. And oh, my goodness, he loses it again. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Tyreek Hill.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home.
Maxine hit it. Oh, the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the NFC. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the run.
At the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Darius Leonard on the tackle.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Stopped short of the goal line. A gain of 2 on the play.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. It's incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got they're the ones that are jubilant.
Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one is running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this carries into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the NFC defense once again. They haven't played the best, but I guess it's not going to matter because their offense has been so good.
And they'll go in and shake their guys' hands and say, thanks a lot, big day. We'll try and tighten it down for the next ball game. But
and it's scooped up by the NFC. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, this is inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game is really...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the...
Now, loose football. The ball comes out. And it looks like the NFC's going to have it, and they do. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will make it into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The The AFC offense set to take their next drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
To a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A draw play for Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Ball carrier, Aaron Donald on the stop.
So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other.
The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The AFC heading out. A lot of stars to choose from over that conference. But their starter at quarterback, it's Lamar Jackson.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spend a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others. But the key to everything for him, his ability to be accurate from the pocket.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Here comes the NFC offense, and CD, it'll be Russell Wilson who leads them out under center.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And this is caught at the end. And he will score. Touchdown NFC. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the NFC has taken the early lead. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On second down, here's Henry. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. That is going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They give them a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a third and goal.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Good. Makes the score NFC 10.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through this time in the Pro Bowl.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still. Oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and harder to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains.
Well, that play's not going to go on their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. Good coverage there by the AFC defense. It's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms her. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
Rolling to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it looks like the NFC's going to have it, and they do.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Darius Leonard blew that play up.
Back at the 22-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find it? And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the NFC adds on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here. His first carry, he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
On the play. Recovered.
Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
21-yard line.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal.
And he will carry this one in. Touchdown NFC. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
Robbie Gould lining up for the point
Now,
after.
first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Back out is the AFC offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
He loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much much you try to protect it. These guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the NFC stretching that lead out even a bit further. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one hand and catches the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the AFC takes over first and 10. At their own.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
On the pickup, it's second and 8.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32.
Henry, the ball carrier.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Out to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that push,
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try to make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
On the return, the NFC takes over first and 10.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Now it's Wilson. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Complete to Christian McCaffrey.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Brushing off defenders. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Wilson.
First quarter, and now he already has has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A first down carry for Henry. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. The loss results there.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
And stopped him in his tracks. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The NFC with the football here to begin the second quarter. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
Jackson's
a good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the NFC's 21-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Derrick Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Joe Mixon. Oh, my goodness, he loses it again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. see. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one fumble, twos, oh, my goodness, three or more.
Wow. Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Devin McCourty, their defensive.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the NFC adds on to their lead. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it was instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your